Well, first of all, the atmosphere tonight was outstanding. I thought for 26 minutes we played solid basketball, and then that final 14 minutes was something to be desired. And again, it's a couple things that plague us. One is rebounding. Two is shooting the basketball. I think we only had 2 made field goals during that stretch. We go 0 for 10. So in the second halves of our games, in the last few games, we again can't figure out a way to make a few shots. So these guys are putting together 20 minutes, but until we can put together 40 minutes, then it's just not going to work for us. But I thought our guys, we knew going in the game we were going to face a team that physically we were going to have troubles trying to keep them off the glass and trying to match their physicalness. It's not just the height, because JJ's a young kid, but for 10 rebounds, I thought he did a nice job. But then you throw in Kugel, and now we have some rotations where some of our smaller than average post players have to fight him off. He's a little bigger than us, and that was my concern, and it turned out to be a tough matchup for us.
The game kind of turned on. You guys were 41 all.
Yep.
Kind of turned there in that run. Some quick missed threes, some turnovers. Was that run kind of similar to what you saw in the second half in UIC?
Well, not as much. But again, it is the inability to score. And again, you're right. No, I take that back. Now that I really understand your question, yes, the types of shots, threes, quick threes, and turnovers. We had 6 possessions there, 4 turnovers. And it goes from 41-41, then we're down 11 coming out of that. You can't do that. You just can't. You can't put that much pressure on you. If you're going to turn the ball over, then first you have to be smart on both ends. And some of the turnovers were just careless. We don't blast the ball up the court in a fast break. We take slow dribbles. They cut us from behind. We don't even get to have court before they take it away from us. That's just not. If you pass the ball up the court, share the basketball, then you're not going to have that. Then just a few others, just careless. And some of those things that have just bothered us during this stretch. And I thought we were turning the corner to becoming a solid team. But it's the turnovers and those careless turnovers, and then the threes, shooting a lot of threes instead of trying to get to the line. So.
You said Wednesday night after that game that you expected a pretty major challenge from Brown, and you got one today. What kind of challenge does he present for you? You can step out and shoot the ball, but he's also tough inside, isn't he?
He is, and I think Alec has done an incredible job of. He had a lot of pressure on him to start this season, and as a result, I thought early, just from the outside looking in, that he was just he needed teammates to pick him up, and now he's just being himself, just being patient, allowing actions to finally get to him where he can get the ball and score. He's not afraid to share the basketball with his teammates. And I think with Kugel, it takes a lot of pressure off of him. Another big guy that can come in there and be physical, and then allows him to step away from the basket and get a break. So very, very impressed with how he's turned his season around for him, and it's really helped their team.
Demetrius, you guys have a national TV audience tonight, big crowd here. You get that dunk early in the second half, and kind of get the crowd into it again. It's been a while since you guys have had that kind of electricity here, probably since the Davidson game. Would you agree? I mean, what is it like when the crowd is getting into it, and you guys kind of feel that momentum getting on your side?
Well, yeah, the crowd was into it when I got a couple of dunks, and we got the crowd up, and it bring the momentum on the court for us to work even harder or go harder, and we started getting a run. Then we didn't get the crowd in late in the second half, so we couldn't get another run. So the crowd was good though.
Probably made another lineup change today, putting Haggerty in there. You got no points from the bench. Conversely, were you you're looking for some energy, I would guess, getting in the starting lineup there, making that trade? What was your thinking behind that?
Well, we leave Austin coming off the bench we usually get scoring from him. Haggerty's never been a guy that scores a lot for us. He's never been that guy. He's a glue guy. And so we put Haggerty in there. He does a nice job of communicating, does a nice job of helping get guys in the right space. He's an IQ guy, a hustle guy, and we need that. And we need a lot of that to start games. I thought the start of the second half, it kind of shows the reason why he's in that place. Remember, we've had trouble with halves, beginning of halves. The second half tonight wasn't the problem. It was the turnovers and the second chance points of the offensive rebounding. So we bring Austin off the bench, and then tonight he 0 for 5, 0 for 6. But we're going to keep encouraging him just to make sure that he's ready to shoot, but make sure he's getting the right shots. I think for us the most disappointing thing is the fact that we don't have an assist in the second half. Those are the types of things that as a coach really, really aggravates me because I want us to share the basketball, and we're not doing that to the best of our ability. So we're going to keep trying to drive that in, but a lot of that does come because we're missing shots. So we're making the pass, but we're missing it. But what kind of shots are we getting? Again, it goes back to shooting a lot of shots from behind the arc.
Rob, why is Brown a tough matchup, do you think?
He's just long. He's gotten stronger. Really does a nice job in our zone. It really helps him because he can come in and rebound on the backside. And although we have some guys that will box him out, he's longer. So that makes it difficult. So he's playing above the rim while we're trying to hit him down on the floor. So I think that's part of what makes him a tough matchup. And then when the game is going their way and they're feeling good, it's a little easier to make some of those shots because it's not as much pressure. So and they did a nice job of putting themselves in that position.